Hello, this is Communion, January 16th. Our goal here is to communicate with beings we can't see, we can't feel, we can't touch, and to establish this as the time frame that we're going to do that. So every Saturday at 7 o'clock, we're trying to broadcast this out there. Then what I'm doing is I'm taking these videos, I'm editing them, putting them together, analyzing them for any evidence, and then we post that to our YouTube pages on Monday at 6 p.m. is our premiere now. Now, if you haven't checked it out, our first episode has premiered over there. We did not catch a whole lot the first week. It was pretty quiet. I'm just about done editing the second episode, last weekend's episode, and we really had a very good catch. So we're actually a couple. I feel we had contact last time with quite possibly a spirit who gave us his name repeatedly. And that name would be Kevin. Kevin may be here with us again tonight. I'm hoping that he can reach out again and give us more information as to why he's in touch with us. Hopefully he's going to reach out. We're going to try things a little bit different tonight. For one, we can run a little bit longer session tonight. I've got the editing process down pretty well. So we're going to run a little bit longer session. Tonight we're going to try and run with the SB7 Spirit Box. Got one right here. And we're going to try to run that tonight. And so we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to see who or what reaches out. The SB7, of course, will sweep through radio frequencies. Again, similar to the Echo Box that we've used the last few weeks, the best answers are going to be more than one word. With the SB7, it's really nice to get a message that comes through across several channels. You'll hear the chop, 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 chop as it sweeps through the channels. And what we really would like to hear is something that comes across multiple channels. Now, the communication we got last week with Kevin actually came through as an EVP, not through EchoVox. It actually came through separately from that and overlaid over the EchoVox. So with that, like I said, we've kind of introduced a new little friend here tonight. She goes on a lot of our ghost hunting adventures with us, but just because we like to have something for spirit to interact with. If we are, especially if we think that there is a young girl or someone around that's maybe interested in interacting here, we can set up a device like we've got the millimeter set up here with the REM function. So maybe, if something was interested in coming close to her, it's close enough, sets the alarm off on the millimeter. So that's kind of the idea. She's basically a trigger object. We just thought we'd let her come on and play for a little bit. They have not got to go on an investigation. We really haven't been doing investigations per se because of COVID. Tonight we also do have Stephanie monitoring the chat, and if anyone does have anything that they feel they hear or they feel comes through, feel free to shout it out in the chat. Stephanie will try to let me know, and we can relate to that. We can try and play on that and see what kind of a conversation we can build. Again, I've got voice recorder running. That's just so that if I can pull some evidence through that may not come through the device itself. Again, spirit interaction with the recorder rather than coming in through the radio waves. I've got my fine copper quartz rock from the Upper Peninsula, kind of bring that earth element into play with all of this. Without further ado, we will go ahead and fire up the spirit box. Now, I may have to adjust the sound just a little bit because this could be a little bit loud, so don't be alarmed. I'm going to start the sweep, and then I will turn the device on. And hopefully everyone can hear that. Again, one thing when I do communication, I do like to be in contact with the device. Hello. Is there anyone here with us tonight? If you're here with us, could you use this device to communicate with us? My name is Daniel. Hello? You probably know me. I reach out like this a lot. We're trying to reach Kevin. Kevin communicated with us last week. Are you here with us, Kevin? And if you're not Kevin, could you give us your name, please? Hello? Hello? Sounded like I can hear you. I like the little music that comes through there. It's cute. Who are you? Can you hear us well? As always, I'd like to ask where you're at. If you can hear us, where are you? We're reaching out to any spirit. Any extraterrestrial or interdimensional. And asking that you communicate with us through the white noise that we're generating. And as I always ask, is there a way that we can communicate better with you? Is there something you can tell us that we're not doing so that we can make this a better connection? Is there anyone there that would like to talk with us? Do you know my name? We've got several things on the table here that you could interact with. If you'd like to let us know that you're listening. There was a very quiet clip there that sounded like two words maybe, but they were quite separate on the thing, but it sounded like female. So that's one that I will go back and analyze because that sounded like it was kind of in between the signals. That's really what we're looking for. I think you may have tried to contact us there. Can you try again a little harder? You can utilize my energy if that will help you come through. Kevin, if you can hear us, who are you here for? Is there anyone you would like to reach out to? Are you in this room with us? Dead air there, that was interesting. Are you trying to come through? Can you use that pause, that break in the white noise to talk to us? It's an interesting electronic, almost sounding like vocal in the background there for a little bit of the sleep. Again, interesting, worth looking at later. Are you from our world or are you from somewhere else? Sounds like the South. Yeah, that's humor. Hi. Am I reaching you? Can you hear me? Do you have anything you can say to the people listening? Do you feel that you're dead, that you're a spirit? Are you aware of that? Can you do something to let us know that you can hear us? Is there some way that you can communicate with us that we haven't thought of? Who's with us? Again, we reach out and talk to anyone. Earth elementals.
I can capture what's critical. I can capture what's critical. I can capture what's critical.
That was interesting. Could have just been radio gibberish. That was you. We really need you to come in distinctly and clearly so we know you're not just radio gibberish in the background. That was you. We really need you to come in distinctly and clearly so we know you're not just radio gibberish in the background. I'd like to talk to the quiet girl. I feel like you keep coming through very quietly in the background. I heard you again. Can you speak up to us? Can you tell us your name? Was that Sue? You're still very quiet. What can I do to hear you better? What can I do to hear you better? What can I do to hear you better? Can you tell us your full name? I think I heard Sue. What's the rest of your name? There has been what feels like a strong female presence trying to come through on these sessions, but we need you to be more clear.
It's the same.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak up to us?
Premium hardwood pellets. Premium hardwood pellets.
I really want to basically set this up as a station for you to reach us. We're going to give our station a number, and it's going to be 49620. If you're on the other side and you have a similar station, what is your number? If you're on the other side and you have a similar station, what is your number?
WTCM. WTCM.
WTCM. It's a little bit ironic. We've investigated WTCM's building like many times, and kind of a little bit, I guess not so much weird, but it's a coincidence. There's that little serendipity that you run into sometimes in the paranormal. That's interesting. Blows your mind a little bit. It's weird. So, can the spirits that we've encountered at WTCM, can you hear me now? You know, there are so many things that we wish we could fix here on our world. And we would love some advice or some help from whoever might be out there listening. Ways that we can make this a better world and a better life. What can we do to heal our planet? I'm not sure what that said. Female almost sounded like find you. Maybe. Can you find us? Do you know where we are? Do you know where Earth is? There was an interesting one in the background there. Something cold. So like it's cold. Are you cold? It wouldn't be the first time we've had such a thing come through. me. We are going to sign this off. That went by very quickly. Thank you for any input you had. And we will be back next week at 7 again to try and communicate with you. So please try and do your best to get in touch with us then. Some interesting stuff. I don't know that we're going to pull anything crazy out of that, but it'll be interesting to listen back to it. Monday, 6 p.m., episode 2 will premiere over on YouTube. You're going to hear some interesting things on that one, and I've got a few on there that I'd love to have you kind of chime in, give us your opinion on what we heard. There were a couple very, very interesting clips, as well as the mention of Kevin. I think that that's about it for tonight. I'm going to kind of wrap up quick, but I do want you all to know that we are going to, in the future, be doing a lot more things. This is just kind of the tip of the iceberg. We can go a lot of different places with this. We will be doing some remotes. We're going to be doing some traveling. We already have a little bit of a paranormal vacation that we're planning a little later in the year, so we'll be doing some broadcasts like this from some pretty cool places. That was one reason I wanted to establish a station number, and I used our zip code. I want to be able to go on from a different position or a different remote and still use that station number, so that if these forces from beyond are trying to communicate with me, they're going to know that it's me by that station number. With that, I hope everybody enjoyed that tonight. If you have any suggestions, any ideas, anything more you'd like to see, we've got a lot of toys we can play around with here, and we can see what we can come up with. I'm going to sign off, and thank you so much for tuning in. This is Daniel. Have a great night, and I'll see you next week. Good night.